Hi Ashutosh, this is Yashasvi from Education 2.0 conference. Many congratulations on getting recognized on our platform.
Thank you, Yashasvi.
Can you please introduce yourself and the organization you're representing today?
Well, I'm Ashutosh Nath. I've been a trainer for over 6 years for keyboard and piano. And my students have been candidates for Trinity College London exams.
Okay.
And last year, I realized, why not do it for everything else? Why not do it for other activities and make that move? Totten was born. That's the brand
Right.
I'm representing today.
I see. I see. That's really good to know that. Other than that, like how do you think this industry, the education industry, is transforming lives at a global scale?
I would say we have had quite a shift, you know, in the
Right.
way we approach education.
Right.
It's been consistent for a lot of generations until I think in the last couple of decades, our approach has had a huge shift. Now we want to understand how the next generation thinks instead of how much have they memorized.
Right.
The teachers are not going to police around anymore. It's not
Right.
about how much you know. It's about how you're using it. That's
Right.
something that and a lot of encouragement on creativity. That is something that's going to transform lives on a global
Right.
scale.
I see. That's really good to know that. And even like like for the transformations and other than that, like you mentioned the point for policing the students. I guess that is really important. Like in the upcoming times, it's not about the teachers should be getting back towards students like for their work to complete their work, the task that they are assigned for. So I guess that is how it is.
In a way, discipline is good. We can't do away with it,
Right.
but but uh, do appreciate the child's creativity in with which he or she came up with an excuse.
I see.
If,
I see.
if the kid is not using the dog ate my homework excuse, he's
Right.
come up with something new. Appreciate them and then punish it,
I
and then
see.
punish them. I can't say
I,
it.
I see. I guess that is the most appropriate pay for you. I get that's really good to know that.
Yeah,
Other than that, like how did it feels to receive recognition for your accomplishments?
it catapulted me back to a lot of moments in the last 6 years.
Okay.
So the way I used to feel when I would see any student's certificate from Trinity,
Right.
oh, distinction, merit, nice, nice, nice. And somewhere it makes you feel like, okay, there were questions where I found out a lot about myself.
I see.
And then some of the recognitions that I
Right.
look back at. Now I think if one of the kids holds the trophy, they'll
Right.
understand how I felt when I would, have
Right.
the certificate in my hand, and that's
Yeah,
something.
definitely the feeling that is kind of a different feeling. I understand. That is really good to know that. And other than that, like for the education conference, like what do you think about our conference? I'm sure you must have watched like virtually.
It's actually kind of a gold mine of interest. I attended it. Sorry, I attended it virtually,
I see.
and it kept me hooked. Few parts where you guys had your breaks and all, of course,
I
that
see.
didn't get my attention. But there were conversations that were really exciting, especially the one about how AI is changing the way you look at education.
Right. Right.
Kid copies a kid would cheat on an essay, right? They
Right.
would cheat and come with an essay, and if the teacher, instead of saying there's so much resemblance, if they could
Right.
get excited about what kind of prompt did you use to get
Right.
a unique essay, that is something
I see.
that's something that I saw over there. That's something that intrigued me.
I
The way
see.
we are changing education.
I see. That's really good to know that. And other than that, like how do you come up with the idea of the brand, make that move?
Okay, so after 6 years of training, 5 years actually, I was in Bombay, and then I moved back to Bhubaneswar after I lost my father,
Okay.
and that this was last year. So my wife and I, my dad always wanted me to be here and do something with this place we have.
Right.
So my wife and I, with the help of my mom, we started thinking and we came up with this idea of make that move. Why can't you do it for all activities? See,
Right,
you
right,
into music, your kids have taken these exams from Trinity.
right,
Don't you think there are other activities and there are other trainers who would be able to provide such global recognitions,
right,
or at least achievements of that caliber, which would help them grow?
right, right.
To be very honest, um, can I just go back to the question you asked about how the industry is transforming
Sure,
lives?
sure,
A
sure,
part of
sure.
that answer lies here.
Right.
So, do you agree that most of the top-notch companies, most of the MNCs out there, they have done away with degrees while selecting their employees?
Right,
That does include Google as well.
right. Okay.
Yeah. So we are looking at a skill set. We are looking at not how much this guy knows, or well, what what does your innovative mind, what does your innovative
Innovative
brain have
mind.
to say about this? Yeah,
Right,
that's
right,
what they're looking at. And all the activities that we have, there is a lot of scope of creativity over there as well.
right,
Who knew
right,
chess
right,
has got so much of creativity? I didn't know that.
right,
You could come up with so many techniques in chess. I had no idea. Same with table tennis. Stop
right,
motion animation is the one. I mean, all the Lego movies were just a gateway to what lies behind that.
right.
So that's that.
I see. That's really fantastic to know that. And other than that, like obviously, the like the information that you're sharing, like for the teachings that you are giving, it is related to the creativity. So definitely, it will affect the students in their future. Like whatever they want
Yeah.
to do, they will be pursuing that. So definitely, you are
Yeah.
caring for that, and that is really important. What I believe.
Even if they don't, most of the times we get pulled back to conventional jobs because of our situations. That can happen
Right,
with kids as well.
right,
But when you have one of these skill sets, this could be your backup in the worst case scenario. In the
right,
worst case scenario, okay, if I don't get a job anywhere
right,
as a wonderful animator, I could teach this, or
right,
I could join a school where I could do anything with it. Same happened
right.
with, well, we have one of our trainers who's working for Odyssey, a dance
Okay,
form that's being recognized globally now after
I
Guru
see.
Sri Kalvichandra Prabhupatra. He was trained under him.
That's great.
Now with language, it's not just the exams and you know after that you're done and you use it to get a job.
Right,
No, you cleared your exams. Try working your way towards a show in India.
right.
Try working your way towards a show outside India if possible.
It's
Do
basically
that with
related to
with
the
your answer.
interest, if I'm not wrong, like the interest that
Yeah,
the students should have.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Great.
The point
I,
about discipline I mentioned, if you steal it for one activity or for a few activities that the kids love, instead
right,
of everything that's being taught at school,
right,
it could do the same technique, but just not for everything. You
right,
know, uh, I'm least bothered about history or I'm least bothered about chemistry,
right.
but I love music. I
Music.
love chess or
Right,
martial arts. I think that 1 hour that I have to give to that particular activity, if I don't give it, my parents, my trainer, my teacher, everybody is annoyed and they punish me, and I should take it. I
right.
should take that. That is what shapes us.
I
Pick
see
that
that.
one, pick a few activities where you are thoroughly disciplined, and that can create wonders.
I understand. That is really good to know that, like even the teachings, the way of teaching, like even the way of realizing them, like the thing which you are interested in, you need to pursue that. That is really fantastic. Like I am getting the more knowledge from you from related to these things as well.
There's another technique I've come up with. If you want
Right,
to, feel free to use it. We
right.
use it a lot. We've seen it a lot in relationships. It works wonders with kids. Actually,
Okay.
we are just doing it back to them. Emotional blackmail.
Emotional blackmail, right?
Yeah, it works wonders. It doesn't affect them at all,
Right,
but it works wonders. It gets the job done, and they
right.
realize, and it's got to be real, because I'm actually hurt if you don't practice.
I see. I see.
If you worked hard on something and you didn't practice for
Right,
2 to 3 weeks, what
right.
you had worked on, that's also lost. So
I
you
see.
don't respect yourself. No, I'm just a trainer. What can I do? It's all
Right.
you. Sorry, sir. That's
Well, that is a really good initiative that you are taking, to be honest. And I love the way the teaching, the process that you are taking forward, carrying forward with the students. So that is really good to know that. Other than that, please tell us where we can find more about your organization, or where we can get in touch with you in further.
make that move.in. That's it. Like go to
Okay,
our website, Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn,
I see.
everywhere. It's just the same thing. Make that move.in.
Make that
We're
move.
there on Twitter. Yeah. Twitter is make that move in. That's it.
I see. All right. That's really good to know that. Anyways, thank you so much for giving us your time, and we'll be more than happy to, Ashutosh, to see you in our upcoming conference as well.
I'll definitely be there. I'll be there in December. It's in December, yes?
Yes, in the month of Feb, in the month of Feb.
Ah, that gives us time.
Right. All right. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.
You too. Bye, Yash.